Hello there, welcome to a new game of Stellaris. I did say that I want to start one, and in this one I should be allowed to purge. The only real change from the previous game is that I switched names to make it less confusing to new people who are joining us. And basically I switched from militarist to collectivist, which basically means I lose my military bonuses, but slavery tolerance is plus 50 and food consumption minus 5, so these guys accept slaves. Let's just put it like that to make it nice and easy to understand. Other than that, it's the exact same species. It's just a new name, new everything. And basically it will say just the exact same thing. So let's just begin. I should probably have read that because this is a new game. Sorry. Let's see. First tag here for engineering would probably be... let's just go power out exoskeletons. We need the... we want the minerals. Out of these guys, we probably want to get our colony ship up and running. Out of these guys, we probably want research speed, administrative AI, and it's also her perfect work, or her thing to work with. Now, I changed the galaxy. As you can see, it's no longer a spiral; it's a ring system with 1,000 stars. And that, other than that, it should be basic setup. I forget what I actually set it on. But it should be fine. We still like continental worlds, so if we find a couple of those, we are probably going to colonize them for the glory of our species, if you will. And as I said, I do have the opportunity now to purge unwanted elements. And purge is basically purge, it's murder them all. I will commit a lot of genocide in this game. If you don't like genocide games, I would advise you to just abandon ship right now before things turn bad. So let's see here. What actually are my policies? Static war economy, slavery is allowed. Slave procreation is allowed. Purges are allowed. Orbital bombardment is limited, which is the middle ground. Migration is prohibited. We can't go back and forth. I can resettle my dudes if I need to. First contact protocol is peaceful. I guess that's fine. We can change that if we want to. So with that said, we'll let our science ship and a construction ship go to work. If you want some, I'm going to do the early gamer pretty quickly. So if you want some general pointers, you should probably watch my first video, 01, on the Bax technocracy video. I explain most of the early game things there. So I'll be a little bit more aggressive and try and get things done quicker in this one. Now we did find I'm just going to keep on building, as you know, everything that we find, any kind of thing we find, and I'm not going to be colonizing too many worlds. I'm going to try and keep my population a little bit on the low side to help tech go quicker, unless I misunderstood things and it's a horrible, stupid thing to do. We'll figure that out as we go. Let's build a power plant and let's build a hydroponic farm to help ourselves out. And let's clear these two out. Sorry, it actually cost me a thing to clear them. I shouldn't have done that. That was a stupid thing to do. And I think I can actually stop doing that stupid thing. So let's just see here. Cancel. Yep, I can cancel that, so that's good. But for now, we'll just, as I said, leave the science ship to find things, and hopefully we'll be setting up pretty damn soon. So, we just encountered the Alpha aliens. Don't take long for us to come across intelligent alien life. The vivid report to the bank's capital somewhat understates just how these alien forces appear, and only pass mentions the failure to open comms. So, let's just research them. It's what you will do in the early game anyways, research them for some early game boosts. And as I said, we're going to keep on building mining stations. We found some decent ones in our starter system. Starter system has been fully researched, and what we found here is basically, as you can see, 6 and 2. Not the best setup, but one we can live with.
Hostile fleet detected.
And we have a hostile fleet here that just keeps on flying throughout our space, and that's probably space amoebas. It's an interesting little annoying thing. So, yeah, it's probably space amoebas. That's my bad. So again, we just need in the early game now to keep on building things. I've already found an anomaly, but the chance of succeeding in that anomaly is so low that I didn't dare try it. So space cows, the Tianki. It's basically a life form that flows through space and eats gas giants. Oh, sorry, it doesn't eat the gas giant. It eats the gases in the gas giant, some of them, and live on that. They just travel back and forth. They are no threat to us, or anyone else for that matter, so we'll just ignore them. But with that said, I'll continue building stations to extract minerals, and we'll be back in a little bit.
System survey.
We just encountered beta aliens, which basically each time your civilization meets an alien race, they get a destination, alpha, beta, etc. And we just encountered betas, so we're currently researching them. As you can see here, we have surveyed now almost our third system. We found some energy credits and science in this one. But until we get about 20 or 30 minerals a month, I'm just going to focus on mineral production for now. We have the energy credits to keep that up, so I'm going to be focusing on doing just that. Slowly but surely getting it up. And we have unemployment issues right now, but that's perfectly fine. You don't actually have anything to work on, do you? That's awkward. The game pops pretty quickly. I should probably build... I should actually not build anything for the moment, because the gains from space will be higher. Usually, and we'll have to just go... We're going to turn our Bax Prime into a power hub later, so it's not really a big issue to build anything right now. Space amoebas, entities encountered by our fleet some time ago, are spaceborne forms of life. Quickly termed space amoeba, following an analysis gross misreading of initial sensor output, the creature is in fact larger than the average Bax corvette. Further study is warranted. We may choose to either remotely monitor the creature and scan from Bax Prime, or attempt to swiftly bring down a specimen to study, and eventually commercially exploit its remains. I think we're just going to study them first and foremost, which is again a situation log thing. Takes 90 days to complete, which is decent. But yeah, I'll just keep on constructing space stations, and we'll figure out what the space amoeba are, and once we have, we'll deal with it from there. But I should potentially set up some research, but at the time being it's not prudent. I need to get my minerals up to about 20 or 30, and then probably get 10 plus credits, and that will help. We get 5 plus derivation from studying the space amoebas. The name is stuck, as pronunciation of the proper taxonomic denominator is too unwieldy for the average Bax. Are solitary animals, left to their own devices. All but the younger specimens are accompanied by quasi-independent flagella, organisms born by the amoeba. So basically they are space aliens. So unless we actually fight them, we should be fine. If we actually end up fighting them, it might become a little bit problematic, but we should be able to handle it. But the only thing that I'm kind of concerned about right now is that we're on a fourth system, and we still have found very few minerals. The system itself doesn't seem to be that... Oh, well, the crater in question was most likely the result of a regular meteorite impact. The complex patterns in the resulting depression originated at a later time. We basically found... We found some patterns, that is, a science officer, Qual Shao, argues that these surface level patterns are not the result of an impact but a collision, one between asteroid DSS-7 and some unspecified orbital installation or ship of alien make. So an asteroid collided with either a space station or something else. And I'm butchering everything I'm saying, so sorry about that. We're going to enter orbit around that thing and build a space station as soon as we can, because that's 9 tech from 1. That's pretty damn good. Administrative AI is done. Let's see, what would you want to go for next? Point defense, power probably? Let's go for field modulation, it's a cheap one. We could have gone for shields, but right now we don't really need a lot of battle power. We can handle most of it on our own. Yeah, spaceborne organics, it's space amoebas. So, nothing to worry too much about right now. But I'll continue to investigate the area around. We're going to continue building space stations and research stations, and then we'll see what we end up with here. I completely forgot about the fact that we have research going, so yes, thank you. I'm going to destroy those space amoebas. I'm tempted to just build a fleet right now to destroy them, because I get hostile fleet detected every 3 seconds. Powered exoskeletons are done, which are decent for the mineral boost. But none else is what do we do next. I think I'm very tempted to just upgrade my fleet right away. But let's get iron thrusters. Or upgrade my space base right away, rather.
Evading hostile fleet.
Science ship has run across... I hate these amoebas, seriously. Let's just serve everything else. If the space amoebas have actually set up residence here, that's good. They were apparently fighting something. Kind of shame they didn't die. But not really much I can do about that right now. So, as I said, we're going to continue building stations and also everything else on these asteroids. And hopefully, I'll be in a situation to be properly started out soon. It's going to take a while just in the early game. You kind of just have to survey your immediate surroundings, find interesting things. And I completely forgot about what I should do with my fleet in the meantime. Going to set it to a vase. And we're going to just research the stars around us. To look for worlds to settle, if you will. So we'll be working on that. Let's see. Construction ship now have tripled my research, which is pretty decent. And we're going to build up everything here. We encountered gamma aliens. I realized I thought I was beating aliens a little bit too slow, and it turns out the reason was that I completely forgot about the fact that I actually needed to send my fleet out to the systems to actually look for them. That's actually how it works. That's how you also should do it in the beginning, just to find places to live, so to speak. Tiba core seems to be a very nice one. It has 6 minerals and some power too. So that should do pretty well. But first we're just going to finish this system completely. I do need some power too now because we're running almost on empty. Finding anomalies, we can start doing them. I should probably do the one in Bax Prime 2. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll do them later.
Special project complete.
Issue a special project to study the entities. Reports of strange free-floating like crystal-like objects observed in certain systems have been investigated. The ship-sized objects and the slightly smaller but equally crystal-like satellites at first appeared inert, but sudden shift in their orientation relative to our ships and new energy signatures emerging from within the prisms indicate they should be regarded as hazardous and approached with caution. We can either attempt to engage with potentially dangerous objects directly, or establish remote surveillance and observe them from a safe distance. We're going to just observe them. For now, we don't have the power to deal with them anyway, so it's not a good idea. Exotic radiation. This particular asteroid is an extrasolar capture and appears to have been washed by some kind of exotic radiation as it plummeted through interstellar space before finally settling in the Tiba core system. The original source of this radiation remains unknown, but the clusterman has been able to pick up a wealth of physics data by studying the asteroid's energy emissions. So we get 60 physics for that, which is good. Now, the research that's stored will be restored. It can each month you can take an equal amount to the physics that you're getting from other sources and use it. So as you can see here, it isn't actually using anything. What? It's because I'm using the I'm using the physics, as you can see here, for crystalline entity observation. That's why I'm not using anything. We found delta aliens that we can investigate, so we'll do just that. And right now my construction ship is not actually doing anything, so let's get that fixed. And we have a lot of stations to create here in Tiba core, so we'll just get right on that and see how things go.
Special project complete.
Crystal entities are unbreakable, so basically they are crystals. And they're unbreakable, so it's a long thing to read. If you want to read it, just pause the video, should be high enough quality. And basically I read in my first video on the other side, and it's a lot of information that's just to some degree annoying to read again, so I'm sorry. What we need to do, however, is just keep on visiting these systems to find out more information and potentially worlds in them. If we find a continental world, if this was continental, it would have been perfect, but delta aliens are actually another species entirely, as you can see here. That's why they have a question. Once we've investigated them, we're going to figure out who they are and how big they are, which is a bigger problem right now. But typical system has a lot of minerals, which is good. But it's going to be very expensive to actually take all 6 of those systems or places to set things up. So I don't know if it's actually worth it. It can be argued that it's not. So we'll have to deal with that later. For now, however, we're going to set up engineering facility, robots, or defense platforms. I guess we're going to go with armor. It's a decent compromise in the beginning. And we're just going to keep on investigating the area around us. The Delta aliens have been completed. And as you can see, they popped up on a map now with their own area of influence. We greet you as one, Jazians. The funny thing is, we are collectivist, hilariously enough, but I have no idea why that allows us to purge things. First alien encounter. The news that we have encountered intelligent alien life for the first time has been received with mixed feelings by our populace. This confirms that we had long suspected we're not alone in this galaxy. Each new alien species we encounter represents both an opportunity and a threat. We must be wary. These particular units have a level of technology similar to our own, indicating that we had achieved spaceflight at roughly the same time. This changes everything. Now, the first thing we do is declare our rivalry for more influence. And then we're going to start working from here. Ocean world, Arctic world, continental world, Tomb world, continental world. We need some continental worlds around here to just lock off the area, so that to some degree lock us in, but you get my meaning. I might also need another building ship, if you want. But for now, we'll just keep on building the mining stations, and then we'll see what happens. We found Epsilon aliens, and they're hostile. So these guys should be something else entirely. First fleet is running back home, which is what it should be doing. And again here, we're going to send these guys. If your intel level is low instead of medium, it means that you have traveled close to it. It's been in your little thing here, but you haven't actually visited the system with any ships. So if your intel level is low, you can just send your military fleet there to see if it finds any planets of interest. So we found more minerals here, which is good. We're actually going to run into a money crisis soon enough, as things are currently going, which is not good. So we'll have to deal with that later, but for now we're surveying the systems inside our sphere of influence, just so we can actually figure out how we want to handle things. And once we're done with that, we are going to start surveying the systems over here, to kind of close the gap, if you will. I don't think there's any stars here that are of special interest. Let's see, mining drone operations. We found some old mining drones, basically, and they haven't been, they've just kept on piling up minerals, apparently. We could let us see what they're made of, take them apart, or we could establish a listening post. Now, I did this in the other game, and basically you just get a long mission to find 5 of their sites. So we are going to take the other step here, and see, let's see what they're made of, take them apart. Because I'm curious. We need to disassemble one drone to disable an attempt to reverse engineer. Will that mean my... It could in theory mean that my things will become more effective, which would be good. Now, all of these will take fusion power. Again, it will improve our ship's power source, which is good. And I'm losing money right now because I've been building so many mining stations. So I might need to actually go on Bax Prime here and start building more power. Crusader aliens, let's just investigate them right away. And investigating the aliens actually does cost me something. It costs me, how should I put this? It costs me research time. 6 months of research time is taken away and spent to investigate the aliens, which kind of sets you back in the beginning, but with how we're going to play this, we should catch up pretty damn quick. So I'm not too concerned with how we're handling things.
Anomaly found.
We found an anomaly, 12% risk. We'll leave that for now. And you guys have been busy. Or not busy, as it turns out. I wish I could just have them do this, and each time they run away, they would just go to the next system in line, but sadly, I have not found a way to make that happen. But yeah, on Bax Prime, we're going to build another power station, or power plant, and then we're going to clear this place out. What's going to happen with when we clear this place out is that we can then just place a pop here, and they will get 2 Let's see, let us watch but not interfere with it. An investigation into a peculiar cluster of debris and space dust has yielded surprising results. It is a particular cloud of bristling with a powerful charge of unknown origin that has no business exhibiting simple reflexive action, let alone movements with purpose. And yet it does. There is something undeniably ominous about the hazy subject, but perhaps there are things in the universe you should not tangle with. Let us watch but not interfere with. So we can just do that one right away. We basically found a void cloud. And I am going to just clear this right away. It won't probably be that much of a help to just go straight into clearing it, but I'll make something work. We found another space amoeba, a big one. So as you can see, some of the systems nearby do prove awkward. So we'll have to deal with that as time goes by. But for now, we're basically just doing some back and forth. I'm still going to need far more minerals, so we're going to keep on focusing on the production of those. Now, the void clouds, like the void cloud systems, it's not that interesting to have the systems themselves. We'll find them eventually, so they'll not stand in our way. We can just send our fleet and we'll figure out if they're there or not. And as you can see, it will give us some physics and damage void clouds plus 10%. We'll do that. They are clearly among the oldest entities in the universe, originated a few billion years after Mars as we know first appeared. So it's weird. We'll just have them not stand in our way. It'll work for our intents and purposes. But yeah, I'm going to mostly just skip the starting flavor events because they're usually just the same in all the games. If you see one, you've seen them all, sadly. Now, out of these, we probably want to just keep on or start working on the improved spaceport to get a high tier of ships, which is important. The thing is, the space amoebas are aggressive. They are regarded as enemies. We found Eta aliens. Let's just investigate them too. I'm compromising a lot of research in the beginning here, but these guys are not actually aggressive. So that's a weird one. We found a continental world over here though, which we probably do want to colonize. Is this a continental world? Tropic and Tundra?
Hostile fleet detected.
If this actually is a continental world, we definitely want it, because that should lock in that should lock us in a pretty good spot. So I'll have to take a look on that. We finally found some money, which is good. And again, we're going to build the 3 more stations here in the rail system. And then we're going to just start finishing by building everything everywhere, I think. It should work out just fine.
Special project complete.
Yeah, we found ourselves a enemy here. The Oglakian Confederacy, and they have definitely built a forwards post. These guys need to be destroyed quickly. Hegemonial, imperialist, and military republic. So they'll have some strong military, but it should be fine. We'll build a continental world, or sorry, we'll set up a colony. It's within their borders, the bastards. We'll have to just. We're actually going to have to build. Oh, this is going to be annoying. We're going to have to build a forwards outpost here in order to colonize this world, and then we're going to use that to attack them. That's annoying. Like, that's just not a tiny bit annoying, that's a lot annoying. But first and foremost, let's go ahead here and build a power plant. Place you on it. And then we're going to build... Where did those space pirates go? Because if we have space pirates, we need to actually build some corvettes to deal with that. 2 or 3 corvettes should do the trick now in the beginning, but later on it's going to require a bit more. Yeah, that's the pirate fleet. How long until the first ship setup is built? There we go. Now, this is going to be awkward because I need to protect my interests. They're basically going to destroy my stations, and I don't want them to destroy my mining station, so hopefully I can get there in time. They're kind of expensive to rebuild. You are not set to evasion, you're set to murder. Crap. See, I can recruit a general if I want one. But none of these have any decent traits for a general, so it kind of sucks. Let's see. We'll probably lose this station though. We won't get there in time. We want.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Depends. If they focus on my fleet, then we will lose that station. If they do not, then we will not.
Situation log updated.
Ooh, the station survived, and we lost only one corvette. We could go after that debris, but I don't know if I want to right now. Anyways, what I really wanted to do in the beginning here was build another science class ship. Just because we have a huge area that we need to explore. And we're going to keep on building mining stations, of course, but we're also going to keep on building other things that can be helpful. Border range plus 20%, survey data. As you can see here, we can view all other empire survey data on planets within the borders, but the border range plus 20% is really, really good. It could, in theory, push them back a tiny bit. But yeah, this is a little bit annoying. We definitely need to build a frontier outpost to actually survey and then colonize this planet, which is a little bit annoying because we're probably going to have to build it in Brocken. And I need that secondary fleet simply to be able to do that properly. So, yeah, this is an awkward scenario. We need to assign a leader, which means we need to recruit a leader. Research speed, particles, experience gain, we'll go with that one. And let's see here. Since we need to build that, let's just start with surveying the systems that could fall inside of that pod. And also, let's just build a secondary construction ship right away, so we can build everything that we need inside of the area rather rapidly. Now, my science ship, how are we doing for level here? Almost level 4. Sorry, it's level 4 on the way to level 5, so that's decent.
Research complete. Construction complete.
First fleet's been repaired. New energy modifier. Let's just go with... I'm tempted to go with the survey speed thing. Let's just go with survey speed right now, because we need it. And build a mining station. Also time passes. There we go. We'll send you to start building the mining stations around power sources. So I'll move you over there. Then we'll take the science as well. And I'm tempted to get that debris, but I'm also tempted to ignore it. So the first science ship here. See, it was in Hup, I think. Yeah. Once you're done with what you're surveying, get the research project. Then you'll get the anomalies, both of them. And once both the anomalies have been, including this one, have been researched, we will call the first episode, call the end of the first episode, if you will. Brocken doesn't seem to have anything of interest, actually, which is interesting. Which means that, in theory, if I build a frontier outpost here, we do have colony ships right now. We can actually start colonizing if we so desire. Let's get the Betharian power plants. It's a powerful power plant, but it requires a rare resource. So it has its drawbacks, but it also has its advantages. Now, as I said, I'm very tempted to start colonizing, but it requires a lot of minerals to build one, which is annoying. We have a moon impact going on here. One of the many moons circling Carino 1 has a terminal orbit. It will soon collide with the gas giant in what is sure to become a massive impact event. This event has been millions of years in the making, and it's a stunning coincidence that the impact has been fated to occur just after visited by one of our ships. Many of our scientists wish to observe and record the event, but we only have a narrow window before it's too late. So, what this means is that we will do the event. Let's just do that. We will do the event, and once that event is done, I'll call it a day with this episode. Because if not, this episode, or if not, this game will just keep on throwing things in my face that will turn into even more episodes. Ancient mining drones and Posh. Okay, so we can't do anything there. But Brocken has been completely and utterly researched, which is good. And I can't just use this science ship to research the anomalies. No, let's just take the places that are close. The reason why I can't just use this science ship to check the anomaly is because the scientist is too low level, and the anomaly fail chance goes way up when your scientist does not know what he's doing. So let's build the mining station again. And after that we're going to go to Docel and build a mining station here. Because minerals are going to be your one constraint in the early game. Didn't I set you on? Yeah, I did too soon. Basically, if you do it before the ship jumps, it will ignore that and go back to how it was before.
Special project complete.
Special project's been completed. The researcher gains some experience, and we get physics research. We were successful in our attempt to record the collision between Carina 1 and its moon. The event was captured from several different angles and transmitted live throughout our space. Most importantly, our scientists under the leadership of Kwa Shao. I have no idea to pronounce that. I'm butchering it every time, and I'm so sorry. I'm just going to call her Shao. We're able to record a large amount of valuable physics data, and will surely benefit our research. Marvelous. But we're going to end it here for the first episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.